Hey everyone! Oh gosh, today's video is all about little adorable things. And there's multiple categories of little things that are going to bring me into 2026. I'm so excited. So let's get started with the littlest. Well, actually, this might not be the littlest, but one of the littlest of the little things, and that is seeds. I'm starting seeds for my 2026 garden. So let me show you what I'm doing there. So I've got a bunch of these old seed starter trays. These are the ones that pop up, so it's easy to pop them out when they're ready to transplant. Are they my favorite? No, but I have a lot of them, so I'm just going to use them. I bought them a couple of years ago, I think. When I first started growing from seed, I kind of went crazy and tried all these different things. So anyway, I got some echinacea flower seeds. These never do well for me. But I thought, well, you know what? Instead of buying the plants and having them not do well, I get a pack of seeds. Because that's not a huge loss, right? If seeds don't do well. I got this mix of zinnia flower seeds. These I picked up on Amazon. And I haven't tried this brand before, so, I thought we'll give it a go. And then, look what I found. Verbena moss. I think that's the verbena that I have out in the hanging basket, the moss verbena, because when I look at photos online, the leaf pattern of them looks exactly the same, and apparently they come in different colors. So we're going to try starting some of these too. So when I start my seeds, I like to fill the little container about halfway with regular potting soil, and then the other half with seed starter mix. To me, that way when the roots get mature enough to reach down deeper, there'll be something with a little bit more nutrition and nourishment to help the plant get stronger, so I don't have to move it out right away of the tray. This is Pro Mix seed starter that I get on Amazon. It's in my Amazon storefront. You can find that in the description and see all of my affiliate linked favorite gardening things. Okay, let's start with the verbena moss. Oh, look what I got. A thank you coupon. The seeds are teeny tiny, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a few. There we go. I'm only gonna do one of these little trays for each type for now, just to see how they germinate, if they germinate, that sort of thing. Next, some zinnia. I haven't tried this brand of seeds before, so I'll be curious to see how they do. It's a premium collection, a mix of varieties. I've gotten some of these before now. They turned out to be like just those little tiny ones, so we'll see. I labeled them purple pack, so I'll know. And these are the echinacea. Putting down more than I wanted to, but it's okay. I've been known to separate out seedlings before. Okay, I set them on this tray, gave them a good soaking with my watering can, and I'll move them over under the grow lights. So if you are in Florida, now's the time. Now's the time to get your seeds started. We're only, actually from today, we're only 2 months away in my zone until our last frost date, which is February 15th. So pretty much I'm 2 months away from Florida spring and I'm here for it. That's not to say we won't have spring-like weather between now and then. There'll be those 1 or 2 days that come along and we might have some temps in the 30s. And after February 15th, that shouldn't happen. And let me tell you, it was a good day, a happy day when my USDA zone changed to 10A, because that moved my Florida spring up by 2 weeks. I love it. And I don't love the reasons why it changed, but you know what? You have to find joy in what is. So get your seeds started. What seeds are you going to start growing for your spring 2026? Can't even believe we're saying that. Garden. Up next, I had some seeds already started, so I have some adorable little seedlings to show you of lots of different kinds of plants. I have little baby giant ironweeds. Love that plant. It's a Florida native. And look at all of these buttonbush plants I grew from seed. I'm so excited about those. Look, I still have to separate those guys out. Another Florida native plant. I have a few teeny tiny Orangium integrifolium wetland plant, Florida native. I love these. I have a few Asclepias incarnata swamp milkweed coming up, and I actually want to get some more of these seeds to get more started. Okay, I'm in my garden room now and I have some more Orangium integrifolium seedlings. Some precious, precious, precious little starry rosinweed seedlings. Balloon milkweed seedlings, which I'm planning on having in my garden this year for the monarchs and the queens. I'm going to have all my natives too, but I'm going to have some of this. I've got some Mexican sunflower seedlings. This is a tray for balloon milkweed that I've started more recently, so they're not all coming up yet. And then look at all of these. These are all Aristolochia elegans that I'm going to use to feed my polydamas swallowtail babies. I have more Aristolochia elegans out here in my garden. And you know, I want to tell y'all something funny about the Aristolochia elegans. Maybe before November, maybe it was the end of October or early November, I posted some videos about it when I figured out that was my unknown pipe vine, was the Aristolochia elegans, which is not a host plant for the pipe vine swallowtail, but it is for the polydamas. And remember several videos before that, I showed you the stack of books that I got from the thrift store. So while I was sick, I read all those books, and it was so interesting because they were all butterfly gardening in Florida, butterfly gardening in the Southeast. I think there were 4 different books, and when you looked up the polydamas swallowtail for a host plant, it said Aristolochia elegans, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I have. And even more interesting, when you looked up the pipe vine swallowtail, it said, was it Aristolochia serpentaria, which is a very small, very slow growing pipe vine, and it literally said by it, you will need multiple of this plant just to feed a few caterpillars. And boy, are they right. That was the only one that was listed because A. tomentosa does not grow in the zone where we are, even though it's native to Florida. It's native up in the Panhandle, which finally makes so much sense to me. But it's still crazy that the Serpentaria one is all they recommended for the pipe vine, and the elegans is not native. Anyway, it's kind of crazy, but I also thought, okay, so using the elegans is what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to keep it in pots, and I have my planter of it out here, and it is what it is because I love those butterflies and they stay in my garden. I don't release them and leave like giant swallowtails tend to leave. Eastern tiger swallowtails tend to leave. But these little guys, they will colonize my garden like spring, summer, into fall, and then they overwinter in their chrysalis. And speaking of that, these cute little bundles in their little pockets are my overwintering polydamas swallowtails. There's also a few giant swallowtails overwintering also. So all of these guys are going to eclose hopefully in the spring, not sooner. And then they'll be ready to start a new butterfly garden season in my garden. Just move on in and do their thing. I love it. They're adorable. They're just all tucked in for the winter, and hopefully we'll see them in the spring. And now I saved the best for last. You know, there is adorableness coming. So I'm right now coming out to check my wild lime tree right there and see if I can find any more baby giant swallowtail caterpillars or eggs. I do have some, and after I'm done checking that, I'll take you inside and show you. Y'all, the clouds have come out, the wind has picked up, it's getting cooler instead of warmer, and I don't like it. So I did not find any more caterpillars or eggs out here. I'm gonna head in and show you the little adorable ones. Well, and these adorable ones right here. This is Ray and Ringo. French bulldogs. Ray's the white one and Ringo is the tan one. Always has his tongue out. Guys want to go in? No? Yes? Not sure? Maybe? First, these are the polydamas swallowtail eggs that I got. I'll put in some footage here. I saw the female laying these eggs in my garden, and I took pictures and put them in the community post, but I also have a little video footage. So these are the eggs she laid. I was hoping maybe they'd start hatching by now, but it's only been, I think, like 2 days. Usually they hatch in 4 to 5 days, but they are getting darker. So I'm hopeful that little baby caterpillars are forming in there, and they're on the host plant pipe vine. This is the Aristolochia elegans variety. I cannot wait. I hope the eggs are viable and I get to raise these guys. And these are my giant swallowtail babies on the host plant wild lime. I am thrilled to have these guys, as I will get to raise them over the next several weeks through winter. And then hopefully they'll pupate and stay in their chrysalides and eclose in the spring as gorgeous giant swallowtail butterflies. Look how cute this little one is. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. I will keep looking for more, but I'm thrilled with the number that I have. Look how cute he is, all wiggling around. They're so tiny. Here's another one. So wild lime is one of their host plants, easy to grow in Florida. You can usually find them at your Florida native plant nurseries. I know the Nectar usually carries them. So you can go on their website online and check and see if they have them. I love that. And I'm gonna put them back in the enclosure. And if our temperature drops down probably into the lower 40s, 30s, then I'll bring them inside for the night and get these guys thriving. I love it. So this time of year is hard for me because the cooler weather, the tendency to have gray, overcast skies and more dismal days. They aren't every day, but they happen more often, and I really feel it. The lack of caterpillar activity, the lack of butterfly sightings, and I haven't seen a monarch maybe in a week or two. It's just, but I know what's coming. I have lived in this backyard butterfly habitat in my Central Florida subdivision long enough to know right around the corner there's going to be lots of activities. There's going to be butterflies flying everywhere, flowers blooming everywhere, and even though this is the off season, there is still important work to be done, like getting seeds started and trimming things back and starting to plan and think about what you want to add to your garden, where you want to expand. I'm working on my side yard expansion, but there are a lot of garden beds in this existing garden that I already have plans to change up. So if you want to keep following along with my adventures, then subscribe to my channel, because I film really the day-to-day. Like this video is going up tonight, so you'll be following along with me in real time as I go through my butterfly garden. If you want to learn more about butterfly gardening, I have hundreds of videos in my members only, the Milkweed Crew group, and you can subscribe, tap the join button below, and you can also ask me questions that I will answer for you. If you have direct questions, sometimes I'll make a video just for you to show you something you want to know about, and it's really not that expensive. So check that out. I just posted a full garden walkthrough video yesterday where we looked at everything and chatted about everything, and it's just really fun. There's longer videos in there, and it's a little bit more of a community feeling. So I hope you'll join us there. Meanwhile, I hope you tap the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Gosh, Thursday is going to be a week from Christmas. Can we even believe that? I can't, but, and then it's spring. Bye everyone.